Okay, and instruction in the reading clinic. One of the things I make sure our students are doing is that we teach reading in an auditory or in a visual manner when we teach reading. When we teach spelling, it's auditory. And so we are asking students, we teach students all the sounds of our letters. We have 44 sounds in our language, only 44 sounds. We got to teach children all those sounds. And then we ask them to see them and pronounce them. So when we put a letter down or put a letter on the board, we're asking them to look at it and tell us what sound they see. When we have a word on the board, we ask them to see the sounds, tell me how many sounds they see in that letter, and then pronounce the sounds. That is teaching reading in a visual manner, not auditory. Auditory would be, let's sound it out. What sounds does that letter, that word make? What sounds that letter make? We're trying to train the eye to see the letters and pronounce the sound. That is teaching reading in a visual manner. So that's one of the keys that I insist upon in the reading clinic. When you bring your child to the reading clinic, we do an assessment and we check for all 4 areas of literacy: spelling, accuracy. We're going to check their comprehension. We're going to check their rate, how fast they read. So all 4 areas. So when we talk about literacy, we're going to give you a reading score in each one of those areas. So they could be reading at the comprehension level, could be at a 3rd grade level, and their rate could be at a 2nd grade level. So we'd have to work on the rate. Vocabulary, same thing, and spelling. We're actually going to do an assessment that will give us a percentage and a grade level for how well they spell our sounds in our language. Once we do the assessment, our tutors are expected then to create lesson plans around the needs of your child, focusing on those 4 areas of literacy. And our lesson plan is set up so in 1 hour we hit each one of those 4 areas of our literacy: spelling, accuracy, rate, and comprehension. And one of the things we do is we use guided reading to improve their comprehension. And I insist upon using real literature. This is what I refer to as real literature. These are books that you can buy on Amazon or go down to the library and check out and use, or buy yourself. This is real literature. This does not have controlled vocabulary in it. Different than what schools may use. Schools may use books that have controlled vocabulary. We don't believe in that. We say, hey, this is a real literature, and we're going to use it. We're going to use it to help you understand or build your comprehension and actually teach them how to comprehend. So that's one of the biggest areas of our reading clinic is teaching comprehension. We use a method called questioning the author. We also use a method called oral and written retelling. Using 4 guide words, and that is specifies comprehension. The other area that we spend a lot of time on in our reading in that 1 hour of tutoring is vocabulary, how to see letters in words and pronounce them, and pronounce the words, blending words together, and how to spell those same words. The other thing that we do inside of that vocabulary then is to teach syllables. That's the biggest part of our vocabulary is syllabication. We only have 6 syllables in our language, and many children don't know them. So we start teaching them by 2nd grade, the 6 types of syllables. And when we finish up our tutoring, we do a post-assessment to check and see if we've made any growth. They'll get 14 one-hour tutoring sessions in 1 semester. And as you can see on our application, we tutor on a Monday, Wednesday schedule or a Tuesday, Thursday schedule.